The salt ship is complete, and the pieces that created the boat commemorate one of the most important moments in our nation's history.
Plus, free H1N1 vaccines are available on campus today. We'll tell you where to go and how to get it.
But first, robbery hits the South Loop and 2 Columbia students are the victims. We have the students' reactions and tips to stay safe. NewsBeat starts right now.
From the studios of Columbia College Chicago, this is NewsBeat.
Crimes happening on college campuses are on the rise. Good morning, I'm Elizabeth Chupta.
And I'm David Macias. Murder rocked Yale's campus last month, and the violent death of a DePaul student this weekend hits close to home. NewsBeat reporter Derek Brown is live on Michigan Avenue to tell us more on what campus security is doing to protect you.
So far this year, students on campus have dealt with their bikes being stolen, people scamming them out of money, and most recently, an armed robbery. So far, campus security is now a top priority. The footsteps that you hear behind you might be the sound of trouble. The armed robbery happened in the 800 block of South Plymouth Court. That is just right behind me, and students live only steps away in their resident hall. Late Thursday night, 2 male students were walking back to their dorm when they were held up at gunpoint. Both of them had their wallets stolen, and now Columbia students have mixed reactions about the crime.
It's really scary, but it's just like it's a part of everyday life.
I wasn't really shocked seeing that we do live in a big city, but I was definitely, it kind of hit close to home.
I feel pretty safe only because I take precautions in everything I do. I'm really careful.
The Safety and Security Department says incidents like this can be avoided by not making yourself into a target.
Just be aware of your surroundings while you're out. Walk with friends. Certainly avoiding alleys and those kinds of things is probably the best thing. When you walk around, walk with an air of confidence and not like somebody who's just begging to become a victim.
Our school offers many levels of protection. When walking into every building, school security guards are keeping a watchful eye. Every floor has an emergency call box, which is hooked up to 24-hour security. And in case of an emergency, students can be notified right to their cell phones. Now, if you would like to get the campus alerts sent to your cell phones, just log on to Oasis and update your emergency contact info. It also will update you on things happening on campus, even if there's a snow day. Reporting on Michigan Avenue, I'm Derek Brown for NewsBeat.
Derek, is there anything else that security department is doing to help students stay safe?
Yes, actually, they're setting up a digital radio system for the security guards. It's similar to the Chicago Police Department's communication system, so it's just one more level of security in place in case an emergency happens here on campus. Now back to you, David and Elizabeth.
Thanks, Derek.
Thank you, Derek.
Chicago police are reviewing surveillance tape in hopes of catching the gunman who murdered a DePaul student on Halloween. Over 200 students gathered at a candlelight vigil Monday night in honor of Francisco Frankie Valencia. He was killed at a Halloween party in Logan Square. Investigators are still questioning people who were at the party. Valencia was an honor student at DePaul University.
Helpless and in disbelief, a mother shocked when the doors of a CTA train closed on her stroller. Her 22-month-old child was thrown from the stroller and landed on the tracks in front of the train. 2 strangers jumped into action to save the toddler's life. A CTA spokeswoman says that the train doors were checked last night and they appear to be working. However, the train was removed from service because tests are being done on it.
The H1N1 vaccine is now available to students at 33 East Congress. There are limited quantities of both the flu shot and the nasal spray. From 8 a.m. to 11, the vaccines will be administered to high-risk students. The rest of the student body can get the vaccine between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. And don't forget your current student ID. Vaccines will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. A teen abortion law in Illinois is on hold for at least 1 day. The law would require Illinois physicians to notify a parent or guardian when a girl 17 years or younger wants to get an abortion. A parent or guardian does not have to give consent. They just have to be notified. When the law is passed, no notice will be needed in a medical emergency, or if the girl says that she was sexually assaulted.
A year ago today, Barack Obama stood before Chicago and proclaimed, "This is the moment." Then he entered in the history books as he sworn in as the 44th President of the United States. Back here, students at the Spiritus Institute of Jewish Studies celebrated the one-year anniversary. It's business as usual for Mr. Obama as he heads to Madison, Wisconsin to talk about education. The home of a convicted sex offender turns into a burial ground for his alleged victims. Ahead, look at the crime and the police say he's calling a danger to society.
Plus, the tragic end to the search of 3 missing college softball players. Why investigators are saying no foul play is suspected.
And if the economy has you thinking about staying home this holiday shopping season, all hope is not lost. A look at which retailers have the best bargains.